BEERUN, beer run. BEERUN, beer run. All we need is a 10 and a 5 or a car and a key and a sober driver. BEERUN, beer run.
Welcome to the Beer Run, part of the BSnBEER network, the only Saints podcast with a 2-drink minimum and takes as bad as Pete Carmichael's play calling.
That's a joke, boy. You missed it. Went right past you. You gotta keep on your toes. Put toes at it.
Oh, that hurts. I don't even like that joke. Didn't feel good. I am the California Cajun. With me, as always, is Dale, a little diced. How you doing, brother?
I'm hurting, Craig. I'm hurting very badly.
Okay.
Real quick, shout out to B-Train for stepping in last week.
No, it was terrible. I hate people who are better than me at my own job, so not thankful. Don't appreciate you. Never, ever come in here and keep my seat warm again. You're too good at it.
Yep. But, that was a rough one. We watched last week, and, it's Sunday, and I'm sorry to everyone who was looking for the beer chaser. I was not feeling it. I'm sorry.
Partly on my fault. I was too drunk to function and was gonna pinch hit on that one. Yeah. So blame both of us for not being willing to at all.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. It hurt too much. I'm starting to think this was a bad decision to get into podcasting. Because then your feelings get involved, and you have to actually do a show, even though your feelings are hurt. Like this is
he
terrible.
does like 9 different podcasts, so it's doubly hard for him.
Like it was so rough because LSU's sucked. Bro.
Man.
Oh,
we got 2 teams that we watch, you and I. We got one team that cannot stop a nosebleed on defense. We got one team that can't score a freaking touchdown
in the year 2023. Yes.
Unbelievable. I kind of get a team not being able to stop anybody. Like that's just the era of football we live in.
Right.
But this offense, we're gonna get into it.
Offense grows on trees, man. I'm telling you.
Not New Orleans, apparently.
On the beer run, you know how we do. We got 4 downs. We're gonna come at you with some beer. We're gonna talk about the loss to the Bucs. We're gonna preview the game with the Patriots fan behind the enemy lines, and we're gonna wrap it up with our predictions for the game. So referees, get out there, spot the ball. Let's get this thing going.
First down, Saints.
All right, Craig, what you drinking, bruh?
All right, my friend. I am drinking a local beer. Well, local-ish. I don't say local as in Louisiana. This is from Hammond Brewing Company. This is Low Road Brewing in Hammond, Louisiana. Rebellious Redhead. You see, I got this because when I met my lovely wife, she was a redhead. She ain't anymore, but man, that fiery red hair when I met her, it was a good time.
Yeah.
And I love her terribly. So Rebellious Redhead, it is an Irish style red. My best way to describe it, if you've ever been to BJ's and you get the Jeremiah red there.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Okay.
It's kind of like that kind of style. And it tastes good and it looks good. And it's got a fun name, but man, this show, we have other criteria, and sometimes we forget that it also matters how it sounds. Yeah.
Nice.
Sounds good too.
All right.
It's a solid ass beer, and hopefully it knocks me on my ass so I don't have to talk about this game anymore.
Yep. Well, Craig, last week, I had Oktoberfest beer.
You did.
All right. I did.
You did. I want you to know I couldn't make the show, but I had 2 Sam Adams Oktoberfests in the fridge for the show. We would have been right on schedule together.
That's right. And B-Train actually had Oktoberfest, and we didn't plan that out. It just happened. It was pretty good. All right.
No. What you guys nudged each other when you rolled over in bed and decided what beer you want to drink. Don't lie to me. It's fine.
So today I'm switching it up. We have Bourbon Love Honey from Lost 40 Brewing Company. This is the barrel age bourbon. So, yep. See how this is going to sound?
Like heaven. Sounds like heaven, sir.
Yep. Lost 40 for the win again.
That's a solid brewery, man. I'll make a trip up there. We gotta check that out.
Yes, sir.
Nice. We beer we just have as a placeholder on the show a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
But after having to force ourselves to talk about that game we had to watch on Sunday, the beer is no longer optional. It is a 2-drink minimum, and I do mean minimum.
Second down.
We got to do it. Let's talk about it. The Saints lose to the Bucs 26-9. What are your overall thoughts, sir?
Man, I'm just frustrated. There were excuses every week. The O-line was bad. Derek Carr got hurt. This week, Derek Carr could throw the ball 60 yards in the air. So he wasn't too hurt to play. The O-line played well. The O-line was probably the best part of that team, which is bonkers that I just fucking said that. And we still couldn't move the ball. We got Alvin Kamara out there, healthy, fresh. Michael Thomas, solid, running routes, looks good. Chris Olave, supposedly this game-changing stud. Rashid Shaheed can run 100 miles an hour. Taysom Hill is on the fucking roster. Jimmy Graham is the only tight end who's healthy, so he's on the freaking field. And we score no touchdowns. None. Nothing. We get in field goal range a couple times. It's ridiculous. It's insane. It makes no sense. It's infuriating. If you gave a toddler Madden and a game fucking PlayStation controller, he's going to score a fucking touchdown. This is insane that we're managing to sabotage ourselves to this degree. How do you get 13 catches to Kamara and he makes no impact? 13 catches.
Yeah.
To one of the most explosive players in all of football. I don't know how to feel, man. I'm frustrated.
Yeah.
And the defense didn't play great, but the defense is on the field constantly. They're down a couple safeties. There's a lot of reasons that they're not playing well.
Yeah.
I get it, man. But they still did enough, and the offense gave them no help.
Yep. It's a team game, man. You got to play together. And yeah, we were pointing fingers the first few weeks, all at the offensive line. And from what I saw from them, hey, they looked a lot better. They looked a lot better.
Did. My boy Penning was our best player.
Mm-hmm.
How embarrassing is that?
And we wasted a good offensive line game and by scoring 0 touchdowns. So that's
now listen. The
right.
Buccaneers did not impress me anything special. We beat ourselves 2 weeks in a row. Now that makes me feel good in the sense that they're not going to win a ton of games this year. They're going to They're going to lose games because they're going to do that horrible performance against better teams, and they're going to score, and they're going to beat them. And, we're in striking distance. We're 1 game back. We play them again. It's week 4. There is no need to hit the panic button, but something has to change. Pete Carmichael can't keep sabotaging a roster this good. It's not fair to the fans. It's not fair for the players. Imagine being a Taysom Hill or a Chris Olave or a Michael Thomas in that locker room, and you get this duttering old fucking nerd coming in with his glasses on. Oh, well, I think maybe we'll run it on 2nd and 10. Fuck you. Get the fuck out of here and play some better football. This is
Well, I know right now, public enemy number 1 is Pete Carmichael.
You think?
Not the offensive line. So Dennis Allen did discuss Pete Carmichael, and this is what he had to say.
No, we won't make any coaching changes. I don't think I've never seen that to be the right answer, particularly when you're 4 games into the season. And yet we have to be better. And I understand everybody's frustration, and believe me, everybody in this building is frustrated with it. Because we have to find ways to put more points on the board.
There you go.
What the fuck do you know, Dennis Allen? You failed at every level you've ever fucking done as a head coach. We don't give a shit about what you have to say right now. We want results. And your results right now are garbage. All right? You were run out of town in Oakland, Vegas. Did they even move yet? I don't fucking know. And now you're over here. You were a head coach for a whole year with a stellar defense. Couldn't put an offense together. Not really your fault. You're a defensive coach, but it was your job to get an offensive coordinator in there who could score some points, and you didn't do it. You
Mhm.
passed on guys like Bieniemy and all those other guys that are out there scoring points at other fucking places. You got guys like Ronald Curry who are sitting on the bench not fucking calling plays. And you got this doddering old fucking dummy, this sidekick, this lapdog for Sean Payton, who, by the way, also sucks and was carried by Drew Brees for a decade and a half.
That's right, Craig. I'm with you.
I feel strongly about this, okay? I feel strongly about this because, like, oh, Pete Carmichael was the offensive coordinator for some of the best offenses in football. Fuck yourself. Drew Brees was the offensive coordinator for a lot of those damn teams. And you can tell by what's happening in Denver right now that Sean Payton was dragged to greatness, kicking and screaming by one of the greatest quarterbacks that ever lived.
That's right. Breezes.
Eric, I'm so upset right now.
Oh, man. But, speaking of quarterback, you did mention Derek Carr with the shoulder injury that he's had and the arm strength and how he looked. DA talked about that during his press conference.
No, look, I mean, I felt like there was 2 throws in the game, really, that I thought he should have been on target with those. One was a kind of a bang throw over the middle to Michael Thomas, which I think could have been a decent gain, and then the rail route down the sideline to Olave where he underthrew that ball. I mean, those were the 2 throws in my mind that kind of stood out to me that I didn't think he did as well as he should have on that. But yeah, I mean, I don't second guess whether or not Derek was the guy to go into that game.
Shut up,
I still
Dennis
think he
Allen.
was the guy to go into that game. Unfortunately, we didn't play as well as we needed to.
So DA was saying Derek Carr was healthy.
And there were 2 throws he could find. 2 throws that weren't very good. Because I can find 20. There were things he completed that weren't good throws. There were times that he took 8 seconds and took a sack.
Man.
Oh,
seriously, he's holding that ball still.
Line guru. This is my thing. I play offensive line. I played offensive line for 20 years. I love offensive line. I have a lot of stake in how the Saints offensive line plays. Trevor Penning is my favorite player on this roster, and I counted 8 fucking seconds that this guy took a sack on 3rd down.
Yeah.
Bro, you gonna tell me that you don't have nothing underneath? You don't have a Kamara out of the backfield or a drag route or a tight end pop. What you have is what? You look at one route, you stare at him for 8 seconds. If he's not there, you take a sack, and then we end up scoring no touchdowns in a home game against a divisional opponent with a chance to take full control of the division. Yeah, Derek Carr is part of the problem. Derek Carr is part of the problem. But you got to give him a chance to succeed.
Yeah.
Putting him in impossible situations with an incompetent, functional, retarded offensive coordinator. Am I getting a bleep for that? Can I say that on there? I mean, is that a no-no word? I don't know anymore, man. I'm drinking and I'm mad.
Man, it was maddening watching that offense perform. It's terrible. So, are we blaming mostly everything on Pete Carmichael here? Or
Yes.
Okay. All right.
There was some stuff that looked like it might have been effort stuff, but I think it might have been effort stuff after, it started to look terrible, I didn't see it live, but there are some reports that Olave was breaking routes off early and wasn't blocking. And yeah, you're not paying him to block. That's not what his job is.
Yeah, that's one of the things I wanted to talk about because they ran a play like behind Jimmy Graham and Olave to block. I'm like, this is not what you should be asking these guys to do.
To Jimmy's credit, he was basically the only healthy tight end at that point, and he laid some people out. He was laying fuckers out.
He did. I saw a couple good hits from him. Yeah,
there are some dudes on this roster that look like they give a shit. Michael Thomas looks like he gives a shit. Alvin Kamara looks like he gives a shit. Jimmy Graham looks like he gives a shit. And then you have guys like Olave who are breaking shit off, and you have Pete Warner who's given up on tackles, who's his whole job is to collect up tackles. That's all he does. Man, it just I don't know if it's an effort thing or being out of position thing or just being tired of being on the field too long if you play for defense. It's bad. There are a lot of things going on, and it has to start at the top. It has to start with the coaching. It has to start with leadership. And there's no identity. Talk about identity. offensively, what is your go-to play on offense?
Right.
With Drew Brees, what was the go-to play? It was a slant or a quick curl. It was getting the ball out quick to a receiver. Probably Michael Thomas, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're the Titans, what's your go-to play? Oh, you run between tackles with Derrick Henry. Cool. If you're the Eagles,
I don't know how many slants we ran with Mike Thomas this last game. I don't think we ran any.
Not enough. All right, not a fucking enough. Because he's the best in the world at doing that particular thing. That's why he gets made fun of for running it so much, because he's the best at it that's ever done it, and we're not running it. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, if you look at the passing chart, man, like there ain't many passes over the middle. And I know one thing about the NFL is the game is played over the middle.
It's like a big halo.
Yeah,
look at that. It's deep. It's down the sidelines, and it's right at the line of scrimmage, and right in the middle of the field where you could be having an Alvin Kamara matched up on a linebacker. They're not throwing those routes. They're not throwing them. They're not running those routes. For some reason, they're not utilizing the whole field. And you know damn well Derek Carr can throw it to the whole damn field. So what is it?
Yeah.
What's the problem here?
Right.
Is it intentional sabotage? Because at this point, fuck, man. Can we put the little E next to this podcast so people know that I'm using some language? Because, man, I feel strongly this week.
Yeah. Well, hey, to make you even more mad, remember this interception here?
Did he fully have control and possession 2 feet in the field of play? I don't know that I, based on the tape, that I can totally say that. And yet, look, that was a call that they made. It was a big difference in the game. You're talking.
Listen, everyone watching that game knew it was a touchback. Blandino, that son of a bitch who always shits on us from across the country, he said it was a touchback. Everyone knew it was a touchback, and the NFL still shoved it up our ass and twisted, because that's how they do things, man. Oh, Sean Payton's gone. Maybe they'll take it easy on us. Fuck yourself. They were never going to take it easy on us. The referees are always out to get us. If you saw the officiating in the second half of the Green Bay game and then thought we'd get a fair shake any other game ever again, bullshit.
Bad.
Touchback.
That
Adam
play
never should have had a chance for his second biggest fuck up of the game.
Right.
First one, he drops that wide open, great play by Derek Carr. Get it on third down.
Yeah.
And oh shit, I play professional football. Oh god damn. And then the second time, it's a simple little, I need to not get a safety right now, so just hold on to the fucking ball. Oh hey, you got 5 yards. That's pretty good. Oh, and it's on the floor. You son of a piece of shit, motherfucker. We can't put a tight end at fullback. You don't think we can shift Moreau when he comes back and he can run a couple of those dive routes? I hope he's not on the roster by when that injury report comes out on Wednesday.
So you would definitely make an example out of Prentice here. Sure.
Fire him, maybe beat him, crucify him, light him on fire outside of the stadium. I don't give a shit. I'm tired of losing. I'm tired of things happening that cause us to lose.
Yeah. Yeah. One of the things that also caused us to lose was like a lot of slipping. I don't understand how did we slip so many times?
Was it Taysom that looked like he had a lot of green in front of him and he slipped after he caught a pass? There's a few. They slipped a couple times too, but the turf is not good. Everyone should play on grass. Everyone should play on grass.
I want to say it was Pete. I saw got pushed back. Yeah. He was like on skates, and he just
played a really good
fell
game
down.
He got concussed because, of course, he got hurt because his name is Andrew Speed.
Right.
When he got hurt, he played really well, and then he got hurt because his name was Andrew Speed.
But the turf situation needs to be addressed as far as maybe cleats, whoever's the equipment guy. I just noticed their players weren't flipping, but it's our home field and we're flipping
on the other side too. It's less noticeable because we got our asses kicked. If we were the team that gave up a bunch of points and scored 3 fucking field goals in the other direction, we wouldn't have noticed it as bad. But it's a lot more obvious when your team is desperately clawing for any semblance of looking like a good football team and slipping on your ass.
Because
that's what was happening because we suck right now.
All right, we beat up on the offense enough.
No, we haven't. No, fuck those guys. Hold on. You're playing a home game against a divisional opponent with Alvin Kamara, Michael Thomas, Chris Olave, Jawan Johnson, he got hurt, whatever. Jimmy Graham. Did I say Chris Olave yet? You got weapons. You got piles of weapons. And you got piles of weapons with an O-line that played pretty well. And a highly paid quarterback who has been a Pro Bowler who has thrown for 4,000 yards in the season. There is no reason we should be this bad, save for one. And that one needs to be fired into the sun. Carmichael needs to go.
There we go. Let's move to the special teams. I like this topic because I bring it up every week. And finally, somebody asked a question to Dennis Allen. Shout out to Cat Terrell.
What is it? 8 punts down inside the 20 or something like that. It's pretty high, consistency in terms of what we're doing. Have we gotten the, 60-yard bomb? No, and yet, I don't feel like that was a negative factor at all in the game.
Yeah,
well, then you're stupid. Then you didn't watch the game.
Some of his punts are inconsistent.
Yeah.
I would assume that would be something you would have anticipated going with a rookie
Yeah.
punter at the beginning of the season.
Yeah. And look, typically it's been the first punt of the game.
Maybe like a nerve thing?
Yeah, I don't know what that answer is, but I mean, it's typically, been probably his worst punch. Typically been the first one of the game.
Shut up, Dennis
I
Allen.
think he's done a pretty good job of trying to flip the field and pinning the offense back.
So I know for sure that first punt of his was like 36 yards, 37 yards. Because I'm tracking this crap like all the time.
Listen here, Dennis Allen, okay? A punter like him is really good at pinning someone deep when you have good field position. If you've had 3 first downs, you're at the 45-yard line or so, and you want to pin them deep. He's real good at that. The problem is your offense fucking sucks. So you don't need someone who can pin him deep at the 45-yard line. You need to bomb a 60-fucking-yarder because your offense is still at the 10. Do you understand that what you want to do and what you think is good isn't working because you're stupid and I hate you? Are you understanding that you're doing it wrong? No?
Man.
Cool. Shut up, Dennis Allen. Oh, my God. This is so frustrating. Why in the world could a toddler playing with Madden call a better game than our highly paid NFL coaches? Because holy shit.
Yeah, it's been bad, man. It's been bad.
Gillikin's not even an option anymore. He got signed.
Yeah, Gillikin got signed by Arizona. That just came through today.
Even teams who are trying to lose are signing better punters than we are.
But yeah, it's a good point that he made that they expected to have some kind of struggles with the rookie punter, and they're just going to deal with it. But we're going to see if they're right, because I don't think they're right. Just looking at the averages compared to the rest of the league, it just doesn't look right to me. So, the defense, I still did not receive a sack recorded
Pass rush
by the Saints.
Roach didn't have one?
Let me make sure.
He made a couple good plays.
Breezy, I'm sorry.
Breezy, yeah.
Yeah. He got the sack.
He's a good
Roach
player.
did get a tackle for loss for sure. So
Breezy is he's gonna be a good player for a long time.
Yeah.
I like him a lot, man. He looks great.
He's flashed a few times during that last game and everything, and of course could sack. But this is a guy we notice every week.
Too, so he's gonna be around. He's gonna expand on that. I'm very excited about him.
Yeah, that definitely looks like a good pick for sure. I would love still to see more from Granderson, Cam Jordan, any defensive end, Bosky, anybody. I just want to see some more sacks that can, help us out. So
yeah, the pass rush has been so bad.
Yeah,
it's the worst part of the defense. Man, Isaac Yadam is who?
Right.
He's a 5th-year journeyman who's just been on here. He was on the practice squad last year, didn't make the team at all. And he stepped in and he's played great. He again had that play we were talking about earlier that should have been a touchback. And you've got, you're down to your third string safeties. And Marvin Johnson Jr. played pretty well. Like you're having success in your secondary, but none of them can do it forever. You need a pass rush, and it's not there. Cam Jordan looks old and slow. Carl Granderson looks like he's got a big old heavy weight in his wallet weighing him down. And the tackles ain't good enough. Brian Brzee is great. He's a rookie, but he'll end up being a good player. But Roach is good. He is good. He's fine. I didn't see nothing from Saunders. I didn't even see nothing from who's the other new one we got? I forgot your damn name. I'm so mad at you. That's how mad I got. Just, fine.
Dang it.
The backers didn't play great. Demario Davis didn't play great. Pete Warner didn't play great.
Shepard
Matthew didn't play great. But we did enough to win on defense, and the offense is the problem. And I will stand on that hill that if the offense was mediocre, we win that game.
Well, last game I did see.
4-0.
I do remember seeing Shepard kind of flash a little bit. So
Shepard, that's there you
go. But we need more consistency on the line for sure. It would help out so much with that secondary being hurt. So
and it goes both ways too. If the secondary is healthier, then maybe you can bring more pressure and you can send a backer and you can help with that pass rush. So we're not able to do that because of our injuries, and you want to protect your guys deep. I get that. All that makes sense to me. I'm not stupid. But you need the guy that your front four. You need that every down production, and we're not getting it right now. The Buccaneers' offensive line is not good. It's not a great offensive line. It's bottom half easily, and we did nothing against it. Not good enough.
Agreed.
Third down for what?
The Saints, the Patriots.
All right, joining us on the beer run for third down today, we've got my guy Will from STWF TV and the mini podcast he does over there, including the Chop Up. What's up, Will?
How we doing, brother?
All good, man.
Bad. We're doing bad. Thank you for asking.
Yeah. I've noticed, actually. It's not going great for either of us.
Yep. And in case you didn't know, Will is actually a Patriots fan. Good job welcoming him to the show here. So yeah, man, let's get started with this thing. The Patriots lose their game. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. We got to start off with drinks. Will, what you got to drink, man?
All right, I was already warned about this. So I happen to be doing Sober October. So tonight it's just lemonade in my cup.
Whoa.
Yeah. There's a few too many Henny bottles in my recycling bin. So I had to take a step back.
Dude, first off, I forgot it was already freaking October. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Life comes at you fast, doesn't it?
Man.
But yeah, it literally, like, if I did this podcast last week, which we didn't have the game last week, but last week I'd have had some brews going and some Henny probably as well. But
see, we got a long memory. We make any beer bets on this show, we're gonna call you up in November to collect on that.
Oh, and I'll collect wholeheartedly. I got you. We can do that.
All right. That's cool. All right. The Patriots lose to the Cowboys 35-3. I hate playing a team coming off of a bad loss, but we're both coming off of a bad loss. So maybe to wash out here.
Yeah, so it's gonna be another toilet bowl, basically.
Yeah.
We're 2-2. Easy.
That's fair.
You don't have a losing record yet.
You're in such a better spot than us. It's which I wouldn't have started this season saying, and it's not really good. Oh man.
Okay, so give me your thoughts about the previous game. What did you see? What happened
for my team, the Patriots?
Yes.
I would have liked to have turned that game off at halftime, and I would have been safe because the game was over by then. But what I saw is I saw a bit of a regression from Mac, but not a lot of regression because I never thought he was that good to begin with.
Okay.
Yeah, so I do think we have problems on the line. The line needs to be fixed. It's probably the first thing we're going to have to fix. Aside, because you can get another quarterback and you're just gonna get him killed.
Yeah.
You're just gonna have him. But like the throws that Mac was making, like the pick six to Bland. First of all, he completed a pass like that earlier, like a couple plays earlier, and for some reason he thought, let's try that one again. It went so well the first time. Let's do the thing that you're almost the number one thing as a quarterback you're taught to never do. Let's try that once more. And yeah, ended up 6 points for the other team. And it was about then where collectively I heard the entire Patriots fan base that's when they quit on him.
Oh, yeah.
It was right then. Which
now understand, a lot of our listeners are Saints fans, but also LSU fans. So we've hated him for years. Like, this is not new for us. We feel passionately about this guy for almost a decade at this point.
Same for me, as for some reason, even though I'm a Boston, Massachusetts kid, I am a avid Florida Gators fan. So
just the worst.
The worst kind of person, right?
Yeah.
You got your Aaron Hernandez jersey in is that too soon? Can I make that joke?
Yeah, I think. No,
I don't know what the rule is on when I can make those kind of jokes.
I had to hang that jersey up.
Oh,
hang the jersey up this time. Good.
Yeah, the jersey.
Too soon? Man, I'm trying to find the line right here.
Y'all were terrible, man. Y'all were terrible.
We gotta have fun with it.
All right. One of the big news topic I saw coming out of New England, Judon tore his bicep and a torn labrum from Christian Gonzalez, your first round pick.
Yeah.
This is a big hit to the pass defense as a whole.
So basically the two best players on our defense.
Yeah.
The only scenario for you guys is that you play someone who cannot throw the ball to save their life, like the Saints. And in which case it's not going to matter. So
right.
Good time for that injury, I guess.
Yeah, this is I was telling Dale before the show started, he asked me, do I have any hope for my team? And I said, oh, so much hope. And that hope lies all in tanking. I hope that we lose every other game, every game of the rest, because I just don't see it with this team. It needs a full rebuild for the most, or not a full rebuild, but it needs a influx of talent. And I just don't. We spent $100 million a couple years ago on the free agency because that always works. And then this year, we had a good draft, and that's when our team started looking a little better. So you got to do it through the draft.
How many games do you have to lose before you put the GOAT Bill Belichick on the hot seat?
Oh, it depends on who you're asking, because plenty of fans have been calling for his job because of the last 2 seasons already.
Come on. You don't buy yourself a decade with all those rings. Like, come on now.
NFL, not for long. So that is the answer to that question is I guess you get about enough rope as you need to hang yourself with over 2 seasons. And because that's what it is. People calling for a job. Me personally, I'm not. I'm calling for his GM job, though.
Yeah.
Which might also just mean him, because I don't know if he's going to take that back seat. So they may need a shadow GM. Somebody who they'll pay a little more in secret that no one will know he's making that he's the actual GM, and no one will talk about it. And then tell Belichick to take.
So you need a Patriots version of Kai Hartley. Got it.
Basically. Sounds about right. So yeah, that's where we are. We need a draft. We need a good draft. I would love to have Caleb Williams. I think everybody who needs a quarterback would, but it's not going to happen. Bears are probably going to get him and Marvin Harrison Jr. The Bears probably, and they won't know what to do with it. But
right,
what a waste that would be. Oh God!
Every quarterback they get, they get him killed. Yeah. It's a waste.
Yeah, and sometimes they draft running backs to play quarterback, so they don't know what they're doing. It's
rough on field, but yeah, he's not doing great.
It's almost like my lovely co-host over here. It's almost like he keeps drafting Fields in fantasy and then confused at why it's going badly for him.
It's a fascinating tactic.
Why would he do that?
It's like the this is the year. Like this this will be the time this works.
My buddy Dale over here, he runs a fantasy football podcast. That's his side job than this one. Is that he does a fantasy football show and he's out there picking Justin Fields and then telling other people what to do.
Hey, Justin Fields finished like what top 12 quarterback last year.
Disgraceful, Dale.
Yeah, so let's capture lightning in a bottle twice.
I mean, hey, people doubted Lamar Jackson,
and lightning twice all the time. What are you talking about?
That's funny.
All right, well, Look, the offense really looking bad on the Patriots side. The offense looking bad on the Saints side. Is it possible that one of these teams can score more than 20 points this week?
No, this might be a 6-6 tie. Good old like Super
bet the
Bowl
under.
one.
Oh, you mean not lose? Gimme.
Yes.
I don't care. Gimme. I had to watch that game last week. Gimme.
If it's a 6-6 tie, like in the fourth, like I hope my team takes a safety. Just call it, man. I look.
I hope you would also do that because that would make me feel better at the end of the day.
I know it's weird this early in the season to root against you. I'm not rooting against my team so much as rooting for my team's future.
Okay.
Right? Because right now it's not good. I don't see it happening.
I get it. I get it. Well, we'll see what ends up happening on Sunday. But let's get your pick from this game. New Orleans is going to New England, and New England right now is a 1.5 point favorite.
That's
Wow.
That's what it is, because we got whooped last week. That's how.
But we got whooped as well.
Y'all played at home though.
This game. Okay, yeah, we played this game at home.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, rough.
So if you're betting money, where are you putting your money down at?
Saints
plus 1.5.
Yeah, Saints plus 1.5. Yeah. Yep.
All right.
Saints
There we go. Craig. We got another guest picking the Saints. I think
it's remarkable because every time that happens,
yes,
the game sucks and is stressful. So I hate that. So stop bringing people on this show that agree with me because I'm always wrong. This is the worst.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, Craig.
I'm here to help, man.
The only people who were right were those Packers fans, those stuck-up sons of bitches. They were right that they'd win.
Yeah, Packers fans. That's another segment.
Yep. All right. Well, Will, we appreciate you joining us. You want to tell everybody where they can find your podcast and everything like that?
We are on most platforms. Like I say, it's easier to name the platforms we're not on at this point. It is the STWF. It's the parlay. We have 3 shows, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from 8:30 to whenever we decide to finish. And the tap out's on Friday, but we've been on hiatus for a little bit of that. That's a UFC, MMA, boxing type show.
Nice.
But yeah, so Facebook, Spotify, YouTube's probably the best place to get us. And come join us and keep watching BSnBEER as well. You guys are great.
Yeah,
Thank you for having me.
If the Saints lay a whooping on y'all, have me on the show. I'm gonna get really drunk and make a fool of myself. You'll feel better.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Be a good time.
Yeah. I look forward to it.
I've tried to get drunk on this one, but this guy wants to record too early in the day. I try, man.
It's like you get drunk on this show. It's like 12 noon.
Hey, that'll stop him any other day. Okay, trust me.
That's it.
All right, fellas, you've been
All
great.
right.
Thank you for having me on. Appreciate it.
You, brother.
I appreciate you, Will.
Take care, y'all. Good luck on the game this week.
All right, man.
No, not for you though.
Yeah, no, I just mean for y'all.
Yeah.
They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
All right, let's get to 4th down and our predictions for this game. We did hear from Will. Appreciate him joining us.
No, if you will, guys. Will. Hear me out. Normally, I will tell you that everything that our previous guest just said was stupid and wrong, and I hate them and ignore everything they just said. But he's kind of right. Like, hopefully they do suck and they do lose. So, hopefully he's right. So let's go, Will. Hopefully he's right. Let's do this.
Hopefully the rest of his team has lost their enthusiasm for the season.
Yes.
Will just let us win.
Hopefully their whole team feels the same way he does.
Yes, we still have hope. What do you think happens with the offense to fix things? Because Pete Carmichael's gonna call a game.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think is gonna happen?
Nothing. We're not gonna fix it.
It's gonna be
we might get in the end zone this week because the Patriots aren't very good. But it's not going to be a change. I expected a big breakout game against Tampa Bay. I was texting you about it. I told you, man, we're going to score 30 points. It's going to be this is going to be the game that we break out and we're a good team and people will notice us. And then we shit the bed. So I don't expect any change. I think the defense will be good, and I think the offense will be terrible, and I think that should be enough this week. But no, there's not going to be any change. We're not going to score more than 14 points because our offensive philosophy is non-existent. And we have a Jerry's kid over here trying to run the offense. None of this is good. None of this is going to work. None of this will get better until we make a change. We have made no changes. All we're doing is hoping things get better. They did get better. The O-line gelled really well last game, and it still sucked. It sucked worse.
Yeah.
So until a fundamental mindset change happens, this is what we have. This is what we're going to do. We're going to be one of those old school teams that, gives up 20-ish points and sometimes climbs our way to 20 points ourselves. That's it.
So if the Saints total for the game was set at 13.5, where would you place your bet?
So I think it's over. It's over. My score we'll get to a little bit later. I think we have enough players that you accidentally get in field goal range a few times. And we do have a good kicker. I know the rookie missed the kick in Green Bay, but
he's been nice, man. I can't complain about him, man.
Yeah, he's been solid. That was tough, and we were going to lose that game anyway. Like, let's be real. Our defense had fallen apart, and if he had kicked that field goal, they had a minute left to go beat us, and they would have. I promise you they would have beat us. We had decided to lose at that point. The referees had it in for us. It was over. Point of the story is, I think we get in range. I think we score some field goals. I think we get over 13.5. Is that enough to win? Possibly, because their offense is bad.
Yeah.
Bad. Mac Jones, is that his name? Playing terribly. I forgot his name from the last segment. We just talked about him 5 minutes ago, and I forgot because he's that bad.
Man,
their O-line is bad. They have no scary receivers. They have no scary running back I'm worried about. They should not score on us. So, yeah, dude, you could score 13. You might still win, depending on how our secondary, health affects us. But, yeah, if your question is 13.5, I say over, but golly.
Yeah, don't feel good about it.
Just don't feel good about it at all. Finish the beer, see if I feel better.
Place that bet and grip those cheeks. That's what you got to do. Man. Okay, well, I'm thinking we're going to see a little bit more from the offense just because there's been a lot of noise about it. Dennis Allen's going to want to calm things down.
Shut up, Dale.
So we're going to see some fireworks.
How many points are we going to score?
And the Saints are going to score 19 points.
19. Fireworks and we don't get to 20. Shut the fuck up. Oh, my God. You son of a bitch. I hate you.
That's it, man. But man, Derek Carr's got to get it together, bro.
I thought there was some optimism coming right here, and no, 19 points. Okay, but all right. So let's get to the other side of the ball then. If we score 19 points, how many is New England going to score?
Yeah, so I think we come up against the right team. They can't do anything on offense. As hard as they try, and I think we can't mess this up. So the defense is going to be just fine.
Son of a gun, don't drink this. If anyone can screw this up, it's Dennis Allen.
So I will pick the Saints 19-6.
Wow. That would be comfy and easy to watch.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen. What do we have this year? We had a 1-point win, a 3-point win, a 1-point loss, and we got blown out. And you're thinking we win by 2 scores?
Yeah, it's going to be comfortable this time. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be comfortable.
No, 2 scores ain't ugly. I'll take it. Yeah, that's fine. No, that's fine.
Yeah, I think we just run into the right team there, and we can win this game here, Craig. We can win this game.
All right. Listen.
All right.
You're wrong, but before I get to my score, I want to ask everyone. Come here, guys. Come here. Bring the lights down a little bit. You have something to drink? Pour yourself something to drink right now. You want to light something on fire? Take a breath of it? Fine. That's your deal, bro. I want you to kick your feet up. I want you to relax.
RELAX. Relax.
It is game 5. We've only played 4 of them. There's a lot of football left. Carr needs to get his communications in. Kamara's getting up to speed. The defense is okay. We got a couple guys out. We got a couple guys suspended. This is okay. We're not bad. We're a good defense still. The offense is finding itself. The O-line is coming into its own. The O-line is going to be good. You guys got guys like Miller. Fresh young legs. Kamara's looking like he's explosive still. The receivers are going to come along. I want you to relax. This is a long season. We're going to be okay. We're going to be all right. We're going to win 10-plus games. We're going to be a playoff team. This is all okay. Take a drink. Relax. We're going to be okay. The Saints are still a good football team. They just have to figure out their offense. If they got to start having a new guy calling the plays, fine. You got to bring in John Gruden as an offensive assistant. Also okay. That upsets you? Get off your soapbox. Don't give a fuck. It's okay. We're going to be all right. Relax.
There we go. That's yoga with Craig right there. Beer yoga.
However, this week will not help you relax. We're going to win 16-13. It is going to stress everyone the fuck out. Your butthole will be puckered from the kickoff. We're going to kick a lot of field goals. We're going to get into the end zone one time. It's going to be a lucky break. Someone's going to slip, and Olave is going to score his first touchdown of the year, whatever. We're going to have a nail biter. No one will enjoy it, but I do think that we win 16-13.
There we go. There we go. Two wins predicted here on the beer run. It's great. We coming, y'all. We coming.
3-2 with Houston and Jacksonville ahead.
That's right.
Relax. We're not out of this. We're right there. We're
coming. It's gonna be great, man. I'm telling you. All right, man. Well, that's gonna wrap it up for us here on a beer run.
You know, we know you have a choice in garbage podcasts to fill 15 minutes of your life with, and we're amazed you chose us. 4 Little Dice, for the California Cajun, for Dave's Loud Ass Truck, and all of the BSnBEER family. Have a beer. It's on us.
Who that?
Remember to follow us on social media at BSnBEER Media. Also, smash the like button on YouTube and share with friends.